Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, the honorable educators. My name is Andi Batari Rahma Syahrani from Senior High School 1 Kendari and also the Speaker of Affirmation Team. Today's motion is this House would criminalize individuals and organizations who do not recycle, and I strongly agree with today's motion. The honorable educators, before I get into my argument, I would like to define today's motion. The first one is this House represents the government as the Ministry of Environment, and the second is criminalize. Here means that the government would give a punishment or a penalty to individuals or organizations who do not recycle. The third one is recycle, interpreted as an act of recycling, which in this case is intended as recycling of trash. From these keywords, we can conclude that the government would give a punishment or a penalty to individuals or organizations who do not recycle, and I strongly agree with this statement. Recycling is a form of waste management that involves converting waste on other used materials into reusable products. Recycling helps to reduce energy usage of fresh raw materials, reduce air pollution and water pollution by reducing the need for conventional waste disposal, and also reduce greenhouse gas emissions. In addition, there's still some of the parties that still not taking care of this case and continue to ignoring the environment cares. The honorable educators, to strengthen my argument, here are some of the reasons why I support today's motion. The first one is these people will disturb environmental conservation actions. When the recycle is done due to starting the first step of environmental conservation, surely it's going to have a good damage for all of us. But in the other hand, we also can deny that there's still people who don't really care. The central bank's index of public indifference to the problem of poverty is 0.72%. The Director of Waste Management and the Ministry of Environment claims that such disrespect is one of the top 5 trash issues. With these trash issues, surely it will give a damage to the earth when the trash not being recycled. Just like the common example that we already saw in daily life. It feels so pathetic watching the sea animal get trapped with unrecycled trash. There's a lot of fish that had been found dead with the plastic inside their bodies. Not only that, even we can find there's a turtle that eat plastic trash. If we imagine, if there's a fish that accidentally eat plastic and then we buy it in fish market to consume it, of course it can also affect our health. This can't go unanswered. Their acts that showing passiveness will be an interference of the state. When we're trying to take care of the environment, but they still feel comfortable doing whatever they want, it still has a bearing on what we're doing. From this case, the government tried to take in the criminal acts in order to changing people's behavior and reduce this passiveness people. The criminalize here is such give them a fine if they're not recycling, give them a subjection and so forth that can make these people more care. Well, the honorable educators, my second reason is makes people have to will to act. After the government set up and apply this action, people will start to rethink to not taking part in this recycling. They will be careful of this warning and then they will immediately change their behavior and will be more care to the environmental. People will keep going to take advantage of these acts and realize what the effect they will get. The earth can also recover and all of the creatures that live in it will live healthily. The honorable educators, my last reason is the environment will be better with the development of recycling steps. After these people start to change, our environment will recover and the particles that can ruin environment like carbon emission will reduce. With the less of energy used as oil production and removal, carbon emissions can be reduced and pollution reduced. And in conclusion, The acts of government that will criminalize individuals and organizations who do not recycle is for a better step for taking the conservation of the environmental. The honorable adjudicators, once again I affirm as the Speaker of Affirmation Team, I strongly agree that this House would criminalize individuals and organizations who do not recycle because of some reason that I've mentioned. I think that's all from me. Thank you.